Good morning.
Good morning, Adon.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Good morning, Adrienne and Mickey.
Good morning, Adona.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Mickey.
Good morning, Adrian. Love that backdrop.
Mine?
Yes. Looks
Thank you.
tropical.
How'd you guys do with the rain?
I live in an apartment building, so I wasn't affected by it.
Oh,
I barely made it home. Every street that I was on, I was out with a client, had flood water, so I had to keep going around the different streets to try to get home. It's not fun.
yeah, I think Union County was hit pretty bad.
Yeah, I saw it on the news.
On the news, it was scary.
Yeah, I was actually all the way out in Princeton with a client and coming back on the turnpike. It was the scariest thing. It was torrential downpour, and you have trucks. You know how you have trucks and cars, and you couldn't see more than a foot or two in front of you. And these truck drivers, the way they drive, I thought I wasn't going to make it home.
Yeah, it
It was
was
crazy.
really bad.
But thank God we're all good.
Yes, that's all that matters.
Hey, you don't actually, I reached out to Rebecca because I had on my calendar that we had Zillow meetings at 9 a.m. today. I don't know if that was just an old reoccurring.
It's an old reoccurring
Okay.
email. You need to delete it on your own. Like I deleted from our system, so I don't have it on my calendar, but that means you're gonna have to go.
Okay. So
your
what
calendar.
is our Zillow meetings now? Do we still have monthly?
Yeah, so it's this Wednesday, 9:30.
You mean like tomorrow, Wednesday?
Yes, tomorrow.
Oh, okay. 9:30. Okay, good to know. Because I don't think that's on my calendar. Let me put that in.
Thank you, Fred. Bye. Good morning.
Good
Right.
morning.
I feel like it's Friday. I almost said it's almost the weekend, but the week just started.
I don't know. I just signed on. You're talking about the Zillows tomorrow at 9:30. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, so if you're on the Zillow program in our platform, the Zillow monthly meetings is at 9:30. Now, I do want to say, because maybe there's a confusion, if you had closed more than 4 or 5 listings in the last 12 months, we invited you to a special Zillow call today at 1 p.m. It has nothing to do with leads. We're just trying to get your opinion. I don't know if you guys heard of Showcase, but we're trying to sign a contract to offer it to you guys. So we wanted for if you received an email invitation, that's today at 1 30-minute call. We just wanted you guys to see the demo and how it works and see if there's any interest for future listings. So that's today. But our monthly meetings for Zillow, it's now always going to be on a Wednesday at 9:30. It's the third week of every Wednesday.
And who do we contact if we have any questions about Zillow?
As of right now, it's me.
Okay.
That gentleman you introduced us to a few weeks ago is not handling Zillow anymore.
He is not, unfortunately, and I'll share that with you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
I have a quick question, and it might be relevant for a different time, but I have an agent who's asking about Realtor.com. You know how they will allow you to pay money to be the only, if it's your listing, to be the agent that is shown? Do we have that as a feature? Do they do it on their own? I'm getting confused. That's what I thought. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. You're welcome. So for today's session, I just put a PowerPoint together. I think every once in a while, we really need to build our confidence. And I'll speak of that because when I first started this role and, just being on camera on these Tuesday Mastermind, believe me, it was not easy. Maybe I didn't show it, but sometimes you just have to go with it. And one thing that I learned is it doesn't matter what you look like, you just have to go and be yourself. We're really hard on ourselves, and when we're trying to present something, we get nervous, we stutter, and that goes to your business, right? When you're meeting with sellers and buyers, now it's really difficult because every other week I feel like they're throwing something new at us that we need to have a conversation with our client. So we tend to shy away, and we're probably losing business because of that. And I just thought, I'm going to share this something with you. Doesn't mean I am 100% this is going to work, but it's at least going to help you. If anything, you're going to walk away with some more confidence in this call. And I hope you guys take that and learn from me, because I've built that confidence, and being in front of you guys and presenting as well. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, so stop playing small, the conference reset, and that's going to start today. And it how to reclaim your mindset and show up like a top producer in New Jersey. You guys all see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but we also see the small slides on the side, so you might want to press play or something like that. Yeah,
There you
slideshow.
go. Thank you. Let me just remove
Not
my.
sure how familiar you are with Connect.
All right. So confidence is your greatest currency.
Oh,
And
I'm gonna
let me
let you
just
know
mute.
It's still there.
Oh,
that
you see it?
this
Hold
area,
on.
for someone that
You have to
has
share the
open
screen that
concept,
has the slide. Yeah.
I keep forgetting that Zoom will like pause it because it's showing on pause. Let me see, resume. No. All right, you guys are, I'm okay with you if you see them on the side. Unfortunately, it's not. I have so many tabs open. Okay, so I know you guys see it on the side, but it's fine. There's no secret to this. So me, I'm not a big fan of script. I feel like Kenya, you said something to me when I met you once last week. You said that even though we're not saying we're using a script, we all have our own way of saying and doing and asking questions, trying to figure out where we want the conversation to lead to. So I thought like this would be a great session today because we all need a little bit of confidence. Now, if you want consistent closings, it starts with the consistent confidence. It doesn't mean that just because even Rob is a big advocate for this. It doesn't really matter what market you're in. It's who you are and what you're doing every single day and how consistent you are with whether that's cold calling, door knocking, open houses, reaching out to your sphere, sending out mailers. You have to be consistent. Sometimes we are I'm guilty of that, right? I want to make one phone call and that turns into a recruiting. Where sometimes it takes time, right? So same thing with mailers. If you were going to send out mailers, it has been studied that it takes about 18 months for you to start transacting with that individual. So by you sending out mailers, it doesn't mean you're going to forget till the next quarter. Like, oh, I send mailers every quarter, 500. Okay, what do you do in between sending them? Do you follow up with the phone call? Do you drop by and saying, hey, just wanted to check and see what you thought about my postcards? What else are you doing besides sending the mailers? Because if I receive a mailer, it's probably going to reach my junk bin before it even makes it inside my home. So you need to be very unique and consistent. They have to keep seeing your name. So that's also involves with you doing some volunteering in the town. They have to constantly see your name. What playing small looks like. So are you shrinking in this market? Hesitating to prospect or follow up, undervaluing your services just to get the deal. That's huge, right? Not showing up consistently on social media, comparing yourself to other agents instead of building your lane. So let's just go back, hesitating to prospect or follow up. If you get somebody on the first call or a couple of calls in that cusses you out, hangs up, calls you names, do you give up or do you just move on? That's part of prospecting. Undervaluing your services just to get the deal, I think this is important. Sometimes I have some of you guys call me and say, oh, Donna, can I do this for 1%? Because that's all it's going to take for me to get this deal. If you show your value, your client is never going to ask you to reduce your commission. Just remember that. Now, showing up consistently on social media. How often? whether you want to hear this or not, I don't care how old you are, you have to be on social media. You have to at least have a Facebook page and an Instagram. When people are looking for agents, they're going to check to see how active you are. Comparing yourself, and it doesn't mean you're only going to post you know, you have to make it known that you're real, right? Not just completely 100%. I know some agents do a really good job of showing just sold houses, but sometimes, you know, they want to see more of who you are as well. And then comparing yourself to other agents instead of building your own lane. You know, when you're looking at another producer, you might be like, oh, I'll never be able to do what they're doing. But guess what? They all started somewhere, right? They did not just wake up one day and become a successful agent. So you start small and you build it up. And then it's playing small is often disguised as a being humble, but it's really fear. And we can all agree that we all have some internal fear with whatever we're doing, whatever our role is in real estate. We all have some fear, but you have to believe in yourself. Confidence isn't a personality, it's a pattern. So confidence equals repetition plus evidence. You don't get confidence, you build it. You gain it by doing the hard things, keeping promises to yourself, seeing results from consistent action. We have some agents in one of our office that no matter what, he's making calls 3 hours a day, regardless what day, 5 days a week. And it's been shown proof that he's getting listings. What's costing your confidence right now? Inconsistency, negative self-talk. I'm not good at this. I hear that all the time. Oh, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. Overwhelmed from a cluttered schedule. We all get busy. You know, we all say, oh my God, I've been so busy. And if I ask you right now, out of, let's say you said, Adona, 8 hours, I did all real estate. What exactly did you do? How much of that was prospecting? Fear of rejection, especially with sellers. Question for you guys. What's one thought that's been holding you back? You don't even have to say it out loud, but we can, if you ask yourself this questions, what's holding you back? Is it the fear of social media, not able to use it correctly? You're unsure what contact to share. You're not good at creating videos. You're afraid of videos. What's holding you back right now at this present moment? Reset the inner voice. I'm not good at listings. Change it to I'm learning how to win more listings. They probably won't respond to I'm worth responding to. There's no inventory, so there's limited inventory, and that's my opportunity. Your mindset just needs as much discipline as your schedule. 5 habits to rebuild confidence fast. Time block and protect your prospecting hour. So what does that mean? If you're going to tell yourself between 10 and 11 every day, I'm going to make calls, and somebody texts you saying, hey, I want to see this property, that means you're going to be strong enough not to respond that till you're finished with your prospecting. And start small. You know, 1 hour can turn to 1.5 hours to 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever you feel comfortable doing that, but you have to commit. You can't just be like, oh, let me just make a cup of coffee, or let me just go and see what that loud noise is about. And that's why we have offices. You can go to, I know when I work from home, you're like, oh, let me just put a load of laundry to wash while that's washing, I can do this. Like, that's not, if you're pausing yourself from the full hour on actually prospecting, and that it involves our leadership when we're making recruiting calls. Do something uncomfortable daily. So the best way to do this is getting the worst thing that you hate doing first out of the way, because you're going to make excuses for the entire date until you get to the part that you don't enjoy doing, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. It's already late anyway. I'll start tomorrow. So the best way to do it is do that first. Track your wins weekly, even small ones. Role play twice a week. That iron sharpens iron. Move your body daily. Energy affects sales. So that means don't just sit 8 hours, do something for yourself. These habits compound. 30 days from now, you're a different agent. Just like when you're working out, right? It says it takes about 21 days for your body to really feel the change. So just because for the first week you're not, you haven't made any appointments, it doesn't mean it's not working. You just have to be consistent. Talk like a top producer. I like to say it, fake it till you make it. I specialize in helping homeowners in blank town sell for top dollar. So this is when you're talking to your clients, sellers, and buyers. Here's what's working for my buyers right now. Let me walk you through a strategy I've used successfully. That's getting an offer accepted. Speak with certainty and not apology. No sorry. You can't say no sorry to bother you, or I hope this helps. You have to speak confidential. And last but not least, apply it now this week. Record a 60-second video and post it on social media. Call 5 leads you've been avoiding. Show up to 1 in-person event, open house, broker, open, etc. And track every small win this week in your notes. As you guys all know, we have Remax Hustle, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it's free, use it. Just record a 60-second video. What's attracting even me as a broker manager when I'm on Instagram and Facebook and I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see a video, I'm gonna stop and watch it. Do you guys can all do a 60-second video? Do you feel confident enough to do that? You're nodding your head, yes. Anyone feel comfortable sending the video to me? Okay. You know, I don't know if you guys saw our newsletter that came out on Monday. That was my first video that I actually had. When I do these masterminds, I know they're all recorded. They're always on the hub. I never go back to watch it because I know I was like, it is what it is. If you guys want to go rewatch it, by all means. I'm hard on myself too, right? I'm human too. And the one that I did for the newsletter, I had to like rewatch it again, right? Because I had to make sure I was happy with it. And it did take an hour, but I think it's going to get easier as you do them. And then eventually I'm going to be like Rob. He'll just be anywhere. He could be at the airport. He'll like start recording and doesn't care. And you know what? Those actually, I've noticed they come out better when you're not redoing them over and over again. You just go for it. Now, if you absolutely hate videos, it doesn't mean you're not going to be successful, but you need to stick to something that you want to try to get to the next level. And unfortunately and fortunately, where we are with real estate right now is social media, marketing, being out there. You are competing with agents that are doing videos, you know, some of them, even if you didn't want to be on the video, like in the beginning, before I started doing these masterminds, I would go to a listing or like a showing and I would just record a little snippet of my listings and just post them. And it gets easier. And then you do more, whatever you feel comfortable, but you have to start somewhere. Any questions? And I just want to show you guys something really quickly, which I know Fred left, but Fred and I have put a lot of work into this. This is our hub. We've cleaned it up. So please, it would make me very happy if you guys use this. So you go to New Jersey. We will have our calendar invites. So if there's any company events, any type of meetings, they will always be posted here. Here's all the Remax offices. So if you're going to a listing appointment, you want to show them that you're a part of a big Remax, the largest Remax in New Jersey. Here's all of our offices in New Jersey. This is our team. So this is the managers for our offices. Some of them cover multiple offices, but at least now you have If you ever needed to reach a manager at another location, they will be here. And then NTN, if you're doing rentals, we've cleaned it up. There's a video I did to show you how to do the reporting and how to request it. So it's available there. This is the link right here on the right side you shared with your potential tenants. And the PDF is to request a report back. And you can watch the video it's very self-explanatory. Let's see what else I wanted to show you.
Show them the hustle. That I love the hustle.
Okay, so you go to marketing library and they will all here. First, you have the logos, Remax logos. And then if the Remax Hustle, pretty much you can either go through our hub or just go to remaxhustle.com. You can create very, very easy, simple videos. It takes like 30 seconds. You pick what you want to record. And then you have the branding guide, because as you guys know, it changed. Referrals, if you're sending out referrals to anyone in at Remax, like in a different state. Our masterminds, access to Max Center, platform training. I promise I'm in the middle of recording more videos. This was on the license renewal, so they're going to be short trainings for you guys. So if you needed to do something quickly, I'm going to have those videos, like even filling out a listing agreement, for example. That was the marketing library. Agent tools. You guys know one thing that I'm very happy is we finally were able to add all of our apps that we offer for you guys. You know, we have Vulcan 7, that's by appointment only. If you wanted to make cold calling, that's going to be available. So you just have to make an appointment with Fred. Cole Realty resource. This is if you were looking to farm a certain area, if you wanted to be specific by street to get those information, that's available. With Remax, this is all the trainings like
Hey,
nationwide.
Donna, can I ask a quick question? I'm sorry. On Cole Realty, are we able to get phone numbers of prospective owners?
Good question. I don't think so at this time, no.
Because that's the hardest time in trying to, cold call people, is to get their phone number. And nobody answers a landline.
Also, I think because of the do not call list, it might be very limiting. It'll tell you in Cold Realty like DNC, and so if has DNC, it's hard to call.
Guys, Deal Machine, which I heard of, this is Ezekiel from Fort Lee.
Hi.
Deal Machine does have, I downloaded it and I subscribed to it, and you can get numbers. If you drive by a house that looks interesting, maybe it's run down or you want to try to do something with it, you could dig it and find numbers. Will they be the exact numbers of whoever's there or maybe a previous? We don't know, but that is a good option that I've been using.
Could you repeat the name of that, please?
It's hold on, let me check my it's called Deal Machine.
Deal
It's an
Machine.
app.
And that's DEAL?
DEAL Machine. I would try that because I've been, if I drive by a house that looks interesting, I'll look up and it will give you numbers.
Yes.
And
Is it a paid membership?
I think initial it's free, but no, actually, the one that you want is paid. I don't remember what it was, but it is worth it because I've always had the struggle of, wow, I wish I knew how I could contact this homeowner, and it's helped me out a lot.
So I have to create an account and give them my personal information, right? Email, phone
Yeah.
number?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
And Audrey, I just saw your question. Yes, it doesn't mean that if you're good at door knocking and not making phone calls, absolutely. Just be consistent. That's the whole goal is if you're good at something, continue doing that. I also prefer door knocking over cold calling, but sometimes it doesn't even have to be a cold calling. you can be starting off with like sending mailers or you know, if you were gonna do like an event in that town, like a lot of you have done during summer, you know, ice cream for a certain, you know, you offered ice cream and then you had a reason to call them. All right, so anyways, this is all the marketing tools that you guys have that you should use, okay? It's available for you. MLS, this is just giving you guys the links in case like you were on the road and it was easier, you didn't know how to get to a certain MLS, it's available for you guys. Then if you missed any of our newsletters, they're all available here at the bottom. So feel free, if you've missed one, you can always go back and read the newsletter with important information. The other thing I wanted, and I'm very proud, is that we created, if you need help with anything, whether it's an IDX feed issue, MLS, dot loop, if you need help with Mech Center, you can click on here, which is helpwithselect.com. It's going to bring you to this page. Then you can write what the issue that you're having is. You can even upload a relevant attachment that will kind of, you know, if you took screenshots of what you're having issues with, and you can submit it, and then you will receive an email with the, you know, for them to assist you. All right. Looks like we have others joining for Glenn Baker's session. Today's the last session for Glenn Baker. So if you guys don't have any questions for New Jersey, I'm going to stop. Let me see, who's this? So do we have something that we can make on our own newsletter? Yes, on Design Center. Yes, Mary, I guess you answered that. Thank you.